This episode of Year in Review is presented by Goodyear Belts. Goodyear Belts' line of power transmission belts meet or exceed the rigorous demands of today's toughest applications. Goodyear Belts are high quality and purpose-built for the transportation and industrial markets. Go to GoodyearBelts.com for more information.
Welcome back to our 2023 Year in Review series. I'm Maddie Weiner, editor of AftermarketNews, and today we have reached the fourth and final episode in our series this year. As we bid adieu to 2023 and welcome 2024, let's take a look at the people who made the news in the aftermarket this year. Our list of newsmakers for 2023 recaps some of the most popular interviews of the past year, presented in a variety of formats, including executive interviews, podcast interviews, and print issue cover stories. First off, we have Neil Sethi, President and CEO of Transtar Industries. In our other videos, you heard how Transtar has made strategic acquisitions to grow its business this year. In our executive interview with Sethi, he described how joining the Pronto network will allow Transtar to expand its product lines more broadly and rapidly. With the partnership and Transtar's 70 locations in North America, the company can now offer its products and its e-commerce platform called Transcend to both current and new customers. Next up, we have a 2-for-1 special, Dwayne Bates and Laura Kaufman of Aishin World Corporation of America. Bates, Vice President of the company's aftermarket division, and Kaufman, Senior Sales Manager for the North American aftermarket, joined the AMN Drive Time podcast to talk about recent company changes and what to expect from Aishin in the Americas in the future.
But in regards to the EV world, we're kind of putting things in place where that we're going to be not only a known name today for the things you know us for, our timing belt kits and our water pumps, but for the future products as well. So I think we're going to be positioning ourselves in a way that it's going to allow, we're going to be relevant now and we're relevant in future to installers, to WDs.
Now let's head to the tire side as Travis Roffler, Director of Marketing for Continental Tire the Americas, made our list for his AMN Drive Time interview in August. Travis is a self-described car guy, and you can hear the passion in his voice when he talks about pairing effective marketing strategies with his passion.
Always an automotive enthusiast growing up, tweaking on cars, wrenching on cars. Still one of those guys on the block that still changes his own oil in all of his cars. I've always told the boys that, and my daughter, if you find something you're passionate about, you'll never work a day in your life.
When you've been in the industry for over 50 years, that itself is newsworthy. And our next newsmaker needs no introduction. Jim Franco, President and CEO of Autolog, joined our Drive Time podcast this year to share his thoughts on current automotive technology, advancements Autolog is making to its software for the aftermarket, and his reflections as he became an octogenarian this year. Happy 80th, Jim. Next up, we return to the parts side with Michael Saratano, COO of GSP North America. He also appeared on an episode of AMN Drive Time to discuss how he and his team have grown GSP North America's business exponentially in the almost 6 years he's been with the company.
So it's really our execution that's taking us to the next level. Customers appreciate it, and the word is spreading.
Rick Maxwell, owner and president of United Motor Products, is next up on our list. Early this year, he came on the AMN Drive Time podcast to discuss growing up in the family business, the company's product lines, and what's next for UMP.
We're also looking this year especially to increase our visibility. We're a smaller company, we're growing fast, so we need to increase our visibility, to the WD, to the dealer, even to the end user.
For the first time in a long time, we have a 2-time newsmaker in Daryl Benton, Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Automotive Aftermarket for Mann+Hummel North America. Last year, Benton was named a newsmaker for his executive interview with AMN, in which he shared how Mann+Hummel is looking to create a better experience for people inside the vehicle. This year, he's honored as a newsmaker for his AMN Drive Time interview, in which he shares his personal story in the aftermarket and discusses how the company is innovating for the future, with the Purolator brand celebrating 100 years this year. Rounding out our list is Rick Schwartz, co-founder and managing partner of Schwartz Advisors. Schwartz is on the list for his AMN Drive Time interview in September, in which he shared his career trajectory and the factors affecting M&A in the automotive aftermarket.
And a lot of times the growth comes through acquisition. So we've seen a steady activity of M&A, of acquisitions in the last 12 to 18 months. And we're starting to see activity come back. And we think 2024 is going to be an active year in M&A.
And last but not least, our final newsmaker this year is Michael Kitching, President and CEO of GB Remanufacturing. Kitching also made this year's Newsmakers list for his AMN Drive Time interview, in which he shares a bit about the history of his family's company and how remanufacturing will be a key player in the growing sustainability conversations taking place in the market today.
Trying to get the word out, I think, on a national and international basis is very important to us. I mean, we do a lot of good things for the environment. Let's talk about it.
Thanks for counting down our 2023 Newsmakers with us. Alas, we have reached the end of our AMN Year in Review series for 2023. We've had quite the list of interesting stories and people connected to them this year. Thanks for sticking with us. We wish you a happy and blessed holiday season. Here's to a great 2024. See you next year.